Hey guys, welcome back. Illusion here with you again for another episode of the Crackpack single player world. So, back from a nice little trip to Baltimore. Had a fantastic time up there. Spent the night, had a nice dinner in the Inner Harbor if you've been to Baltimore. And I was able to stop in Washington, D.C., see some of the sights on the way home. It was a great trip. Tired trip, because I did it over 3 days, but it was a fun trip. So, now that I'm back, let's get some work done. So, the first thing I want to do is we're going to work on a little bit of blood magic today. Probably half the episode or whatever. First part of the episode, we need to deal with the armor situation. I look like a ragamuffin. You know, my amethyst chest is pretty much burned up. About a sixth of it left, and you know, it's time for some new armor. So I was digging through NEI. And my original plan, I was going to make Flux. In fact, we're still going to make Flux infused armor. But what I had not realized, and this was a mod that I was kind of unfamiliar with, is when you make the Flux infused, let's say chest plate, you can make a Flux infused chest plate. You can make it into a Flux infused jet plate, so that it actually has a built-in jetpack into it. It's kind of expensive. It reminds me a little bit of what was that mod? Add-on for IC2. I keep struggling to think of the name. The gravity chest plate from GravSuite. That's what I was thinking of. So that kind of reminds me of that. I have seen it used in some of the series that I've watched before. It does have a charging function, so that'd be pretty cool. But also what caught my attention is this right here. Is the Fluids and Liquids Ridiculous Armor mod. Now, I have almost nothing. Actually, I know nothing about this mod except for it exists. I googled it and couldn't find a mod spotlight on it. Found a very spotty documentation on it, so just because of the pure lack of information on it, it makes me want to get into it. So that might be something we're going to work for. Definitely not going to get into today because I just really don't know a whole lot about it, but we're going to get on with the Flux infused armor. So I spent a fair amount of time getting some resources gathered up. I actually had to go farm for some more diamonds because this armor takes 48 diamonds. So let's get on with it. Let's see if we have enough to make. And I don't even know if I have enough to make it. I really don't. And I don't. Imagine that. So yeah. So that's that. That's that. So yeah, still need a fair amount. So I guess I need to make some more of this stuff up. Do I have any more Electrum made? I should have a whole bunch ready to go. 13. And I had, yeah. 13 might be enough. Anyway, Flux Electrum, basically you just take redstone, destabilize redstone, and then put it over electric blend, and then that's where you'll get this Flux Electrum blend, and then you just cook it in a induction smelter, which probably I need to make some of that up, make up some pyrotheum. Sure, that sounds about right. Just make that for me. We'll get this stuff made up and get on going with this. So that's 6. Yeah, I thought I picked it all up, but we'll get that finished up. And see what we can make. Now, I probably, once we get into blood magic a little more and I get the blood magic armor, I'll probably kind of bounce back and forth between the two. I don't know which one I'm going to like more. We'll see. Honestly, I can say that I have very little experience with blood magic. Okay, I take that back. I have no experience with blood magic, so it'll be interesting to see kind of how it goes. I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually. So as far as catch up from last episode, there's really not much catch up to talk about. I haven't changed anything. I haven't added anything. And so honestly, I hadn't been home. I hadn't been playing. So yeah, that's that. I worked over there on a little bit on the Blood Magic platform, but we'll go over there in a few minutes once we get this armor made up. Didn't make a few other bits and bobs I want to do, so let me grab those and get those installed while we're waiting on the Flux Electrum. And I made travel anchors. 4 of them. Travel anchors, very cool, from Ender.io. And where do I want to... I was thinking about right about here. So I'm going to show you how that works. I want to see. Alright guys, so you probably noticed there was kind of a weird cut there, and that I apologize for. Unfortunately, Dxtory just decided that it didn't want to capture audio anymore after this. So unfortunately I lost about 15 minutes worth of video. Well, I didn't lose the video, but I don't have audio for it. So it took me about 45 minutes to record that whole video, this whole video that you're seeing. And I'm now into my 3rd hour trying to recover it. So at some point I have to just basically cut bait and walk away kind of thing. So basically I'm just trying to do a little filler segment. The video is going to be shorter. Basically in this segment I was still working on, finished getting all the armor made, put a protection 4 enchantment on the chest plate with the with this nice little enchanter from Ender.io, and then I went and made the tier 1 and the tier 2. Well, the tier 1's given, but the tier 2 altar for blood magic. And at the beginning of the next segment we'll go right into making the tier 3 altar. So other than that, again, sorry for the weird cut, sorry for the missing footage, but you know, I figured I could make a couple-minute video just to try to summarize, so there's not a lapse in, you know, kind of content like what the hell happened. But at the same time, I have spent 3 times as long trying to recover the content as anything else. So it is what it is. These things happen. And so yeah, so I will leave you to the next segment, right where we're diving right into the tier 3 blood altar, and talk to you guys soon. Alright, I'm back. So here's what it looks like. So when I throw down this final piece of glowstone, we should have our tier 3 altar. So click on it with the divination sigil, and what we do, we have a tier 3 altar. You can see our essence is now 0 because I spent some time stabbing myself to get these reinforced slates. So I want to give these a shot. And what am I making? Rune. So 4 stone, 2 reinforced slates, and I'm going to need at least an apprentice stone. So I had not factored that in. So guess I need to stab myself. Okay, well, I will be back in a few seconds. I did not catch that before, but like I said, be patient with me. I am still learning blood magic. This is the first time I've actually gone really hardcore into doing besides just picking out a few things. So be back in a quick second once I have this upgraded version of the orb. That didn't take long at all. I shouldn't even stop recording. It's like buying myself. It only took like 7 seconds or something. So, alright. So now we have our apprentice blood orb. We can make these. So I need to dig up 2 of these runes. So let's take this one. And of course I can always make more. And I will make more. Make sure my magnet is on. Okay. So 2 in the middle. It looks like I have just Oh, I don't need those. Gotcha. So now we have our runes of self-sacrifice. That way, when I am stabbing myself, I can get a little bit more, a little bit better return from my my investment, if I should say. Now, we're pretty much at the end of this episode, so I will not do anything further, but as soon as what we're going to do next episode, we're going to get the rite of binding, the ritual binding rite, whatever it is, and go ahead and get that done, and we're going to get ourselves a bound sword and start to mess with that. So that'll be kind of our first objective once we get going with that. I didn't finish making that wireless charger, but it's probably finished, and you guys have probably seen that before. So I'm going to tidy up here and probably get the Botania system back up and working. I'm surprised that no one pointed out, and I actually noticed this when I was editing the video, that you actually don't need a hopper for that thing to work. If I click on it, you can see it automatically finds the nearest mana pool and draws off of there. So I'm surprised no one pointed that out to me. I actually saw it when I was editing, like I said. But cool, we have a tier 3 blood altar now. Now my plan is that I'm going to have this altar right here, and we are going to use this as basically dedicated for bringing blood into our LP network. And I have a cool idea for that. I just have to work out some of the implementation, but we're going to have that altar. It's probably going to stay a tier 3 altar, and then we're going to have probably another altar over here. That's why I haven't finished this platform, because a tier 5 altar is a 17 by 17, so I needed to kind of get a good ballpark feel of how big it's going to be, so I know how to make how big to make this place. But so we're going to have another tier 5 altar. That one's going to stay dedicated just to bringing in LP and blood into our network. So thanks again for joining me. Like usual, all my contact information is down below. If you have any questions, I will definitely try to get them answered. Don't ask me too many hard questions about blood magic, because I'm going to tell you I don't know. And again, thanks for joining me. Without you guys, this definitely wouldn't be as fun as it could be. I hadn't said anything, but just a few days ago just crossed over 300 videos, and at the time of this recording, I think right about 308 subscribers, which I just think is just pretty fantastic. I enjoy it. So thanks for all you guys that help me, support me, leave me comments. I love reading comments. So enough jabbering. I will see you guys in the next video.